She won't leave. I can't get her to leave. Let's go, right? See, look, it's how you hold them, get them in control. It's time to go.
3 words. 911.
I put that backhand on her. She gonna dial 919. It's gonna be expensive. Then I see the Confederate flags and I'm like, I'm all right. I'm good. Good on that.
It's probably because I think being this far removed without growing up here is a little scary because, again, it's so vast of an area.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Right.
It's almost have a everyone's in cahoots type of situation going on.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
Ain't nobody trying to move back here. Just I'm a trucker, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Klansman.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You know,
no.
Unless it was a place where it is diversified. Like I said, like when you go to places like that have a metropolitan feel, but then it does have the acreage in the space, like Portland, Oregon,
right?
Or should I say the surrounding areas and stuff where you do have acreage, but you can still see the houses and people interact because they all go to the town, you know, shopping areas and stuff. Those are fine, but when it's places that are really removed from society, it is a little.
They're not particularly up to date.
Yeah.
They're still hauling hay in the farm truck down the road.
Yeah, and these people grew up into this lifestyle, so it's one of those things where, I mean, they would feel out of place coming into
a city. But I mean, you know, you want to move out here and think you can just have peace and just live, but then you be thinking, oh, this is the best peaceful place until you start seeing them flags, and you're like, that does not make me feel welcome, bro. Like, it's like, this means I can't be here. At least that's where I was taught. And it's sad because some of these places are freaking beautiful places.
Yeah.
That are, hold on, what's going on with the bridge?
Is this the difference with the weight?
No, you said 63.
Yeah.
Oh, 36. No, we Gucci. We empty anyway. We empty anyway, so we good to go. Look how you said I got the house back there on stilts.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good.
That means this little junk must flood over here.
Oh, yeah.
So they put it on stilts and stuff. I remember when I first started driving truck, I was scared to be on a little road like this. Man, boy.
I think the hardest thing for me was adjusting to the sheer size and understanding that I'm virtually the same size, like
as the road.
Yeah. I was like, why do I feel so much bigger? But then I was like, it's all an illusion, I guess. So.
You get used to it.
Yeah. No, I mean, trucking thus far, like I said, I just utilize it as a tool to expand on what exactly I want to do with the rest of my life. You know, trucking is to me, it even equates to like someone going to the military. Like, yeah, you're doing this hard work, but man, do you get to go to places and experience things and see things that you would have not done if you just went to college and went straight to your field of work. So,
yeah, you would have been shackled to a desk.
Yeah, so it does have such eye-opening affirmations of what can be, but I mean,
you
see that?
Man, the hills have eyes. God,
Part
bro.
18, they got about 8 of them Jones.
Yeah. Hills have eyes, bro. Some of these places, man, it's like,
just
dog.
left to their own devices.
Yeah. Just random stuff around. You don't know what they doing to the cows back there.
These cows could talk.
Yeah.
Help me.
Help me, please. They got their own little pond out there. I want to do that, man. I want to get me like and build a little pond and all that.
Yeah, I told you I'm like in my head, I'm like, nursing baby goats.
What is with you and goats?
I don't know. I think first of all, goats, lambs, alpacas. They're such docile creatures, and they're just like the ultimate farmland woodland creatures.
Yeah, goats are definitely not docile.
Yes, they are. No, if you gotta get them when they're babies, and you know what's funny?
Dude, shark babies are docile. It doesn't matter.
Listen, it's just that's what I'm saying. I want to be like, I want to have like a couple of acreage, and I literally, you know, like I'm not a veterinarian or anything, but I will have people do that with like pet, like with dogs and cats and stuff. They will nurse them and help them, and then find them a home or find them.
Hey,
their next
I'm
place.
not against it. I'm not helping, but I'm not against it.
You're gonna fall in love with them.
I want no parts of
You're
it.
gonna be like, oh, Harry, you're gonna name him.
Parts of it.
You're gonna name Harry.
I want no parts of that. You keep that. Nope.
I mean, no, I wouldn't expect for you to do it.
I want my dog,
Oh.
and that's about it.
What type of dog you want?
I think a golden retriever. I like a lot of dogs. I like dogs.
I was thinking like a husky. Oh wait, but you have to get like a hypoallergenic dog.
It'd probably be a good idea, but we can go to a allergist before we purchase, and they'll tell me exactly what's going on.
The last time I got like those allergy tests was like a decade ago.
We are really climbing.
I'd see. I'm getting actually scared. It's like the whole Malibu trip all over again. Like,
It's
so
a
close
little
to the
sketchy back
edge.
here.
Wait a minute, there's no internet?
Where do you think we at?
OMG.
Like,
And to think it's no internet, that means these people are living back here.
no, they have, because people live in places like that, they get satellite internet with their house.
Oh, like what, like Dish Network?
Yeah, they get stuff like that. And they probably have a certain cell phone that they use out here that's probably not what we're used to. They probably use Metro PCS or something like that.
I'm thinking that they are literally just sitting in the house, like making cakes.
They grandmas is.
Yeah.
Just looking at the TV.
Right, like the same 4chan.
Exactly. Looking at the TV, waiting on Steve Harvey, the one black guy they like. Do Family Feud.
I like that.
He's a good old boy, I tell you what. Yeah, that's it. But you out here, this is backwood Arkansas right here.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Ooh. I'm glad we back here empty.
Would it have been back? Well, because you're climbing, so empty is good to go back.
I mean, if we're in snow, I would want to be heavy, but it ain't snowing out here. The ground's fairly dry. It's 39 degrees. It's not under freezing.
It's just that the environment, it's like no matter what time of day, I mean, not time of day, what type of year or season it is, it's just always drab.
Where?
And just over like east of the Mississippi, like it's just always
Right.
like.
You would have to see this in the summertime where all these trees would be green.
Yeah.
And then it would be good. But once you hit winter, this place is just a whole bunch of sticks.
It's like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, it's just brown. It's like a grayish brown. Everything's semi-dead.
Now, I will say this, to be honest with you.
10 miles an hour. This was going to be a serious turn.
Serious drop. What I will say is that what I do like is that this is dope.
Ooh.
Wow.
They ain't playing no games. I'm off the road over here.
And it's another one.
Man. There's a trip on the back road. Couple guys put weeds on the black. Your two block thing to love. Anything coming down there?
I can't even tell.
Down there in the middle of nowhere. You never rode through Indiana.
But this would be great as a photo opportunity, like to see, like, you know, on Instagram where they'll have a place and they'll maybe do a certain filter or have a certain ND filter to create.
And show the road turning and it'd be like a golden yellowish filter on it.
Especially if someone had like a mini little drone and they were, you know, like you're.
And there'd be a little girl walking across the street for some random reason, and the sun would be sitting on the road or something stupid. There'd be a moose to the corner. Like, how did you get the moose?
How'd you get the moose? How did he show up?
Yeah, and then he looked too. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Y'all ain't just found no beautiful play like that for no reason.
I know.
Be lying, dog. Just
Well,
be
that's
lying.
because you know what they do? They do like a lot of layering, and that's the thing where I don't agree with and doing landscape photography is layering,
fusing stuff together.
I mean, I get it with real estate photography because, and that's what the bracketing system, or what I'm understanding the A/B bracketing is that you're taking an underexposed shot, a properly exposed shot, and an overexposed, and you're fusing it because when we're in a home or in a space that has limited light, your eyes adjust accordingly. So when we're looking at something, of course, you know, if you're in a dark room, you shouldn't have it so bright unless it's artificial light or natural light filtering through. So I get that. But when you're outside, the whole outside is lit. It's litty. So it's like, for them to create different shadows beyond, as we can see the shadows like the trees on the ground and things like that, it's super duper fake. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I guess they do it because,
it's
again,
a Hollywood
it is
thing, and some things they have figured out what is appealing to the eye.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just artificially forcing what's appealing to the eye. Like,
yeah.
So and what's helped with that is social media. Like Instagram has a sheet that shows them that people click on blue pictures more than they click on gray pictures.
Yeah.
Or people click on pictures of something. They have it worked out to know what people like. Because if you were to look at those numbers and then look at Bud Light and Toyota commercials, you'll probably realize that, oh, they're following the actual real data from what people like, and now it's in the commercial.
Well, I tell you one thing, there is, I will say, it's probably just more of an increase of people wanting things to be so aesthetically perfect.
Right.
That when something is off, it actually, like, you know, you heard the term aesthetically pleasing. So it's like when something's off kilter or not centered correctly, so, you know, people are like, they don't like it. They don't like it, and that's just like, wow, like, how far removed from reality, you know, that we are. Where that's why when we do see people that are completely in depth, like on the Gordon Parks, Daniel Rodriguez,
right,
like, you know, these people, Zimbel, like when they're at the point of, we're only going to do real life photography, you know, we're going to be doing things that is in real time and do little, very, very little.
And people were easier to please when they were hot.
Yeah.
You know, a picture of Marilyn Monroe was just pleasing enough. Like, she didn't have to be airbrushed.
Yeah.
That's all they freaking needed. You gotta think, my grandma told me that back in the day, they used to watch the light flicker. That was a pastime. Was the light bulb flickering.
Wow.
I had uncles that said they used to listen to the water drip out the faucet.
Yeah,
like, these people were not as stimulated as now. As a kid who has a PS5 and he's playing games in 4K reality, you can't come over and then show a black and white picture of a white chick and be like, hey, that's Marilyn Monroe. He'd be like, I don't care.
Yeah. No, that's why I really, like I said, when I have children, I want to have them really connected with nature so they can have their foundation in nature, and then when they go out, you know, they'll have something comparable. Like, okay, they have the best of both worlds, because I mean,
where they can enjoy this drive and think, wow.
Yeah, and not feel like, oh, it's boring or something. It's like, no, like, this is.
You want to stop here?
Yeah, let's stop. This is incredible.
Let's go out here. We're supposed to stop here and let the brakes cool off anyway. I guess that's the point of this.
Okay.
It's probably going to get riggedy real. In Arkansas, people. Can you see me? I got to make sure ain't no... It's about the small things in life. No, I'm gonna give y'all a better view of that. I'm gonna switch the camera, turn it on pro, so that it's exposed perfectly. All right, this is manual exposure on the Ultra 20. You hear that? You gotta watch out here, man. There's probably animals and all that out here. I know they got bears or wolves or something out here, so you gotta watch it. Eventually, guys, I'm gonna start doing the travel thing without the semi-truck. so we can really dig deep into the Gurglanja of the country. You understand? I'm gonna give the semi truck up. I'm gonna completely retire from trucking. I don't know what she's doing. She's on drugs. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna completely retire from trucking, and I'm gonna freaking get a travel trailer, and we're really gonna dig into this. That's what I want to do one day. So if you send me out retired from trucking, why I quit trucking, I'm done. And I'm gonna travel this country, man. And I'm gonna really dig really deep down into the Gurglanja, the gooch. I'm gonna reach in and slide 2 fingers into the gooch of the country and really understand what's going on out here. It's beautiful. This is the stuff that this is stuff I want to see. I'm happy I'm a part of. Don't do drugs. Did I hear that? I don't know. Being out here creeps me out too. I don't know why. But don't do drugs. Okay? Don't do drugs.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry.
What do you like about the landscape here in the great state of Arkansas? You're not really feeling it? It's not better than Oregon?
No. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find, I mean, I will say that it's vast. It's expansive.
It's big.
It's big.
That's
yeah.
a good compliment.
So
Their outside is
I think
big.
it's just where we are right now. It's just not the ideal.
I think it's the time of the year.
Yeah, I like when it's lush green and it's flourishing.
Yeah, that's the season. I mean, we're just in the wrong season for this area. This is not blooming right now.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to be hard on a place that I haven't seen its full potential.
Right.
So I mean, unless this is a vibe, this could be a vibe for people. People like the winter.
Woodlands and
yeah. So
I think it's definitely, you want to be here during the summer so you can see everything bloom and everything like that. Because when we go out west, a lot of that stuff is evergreen and it's green all year round.
Yeah.
When I mean out west, I mean northern west.
Yeah, like
Washington, Oregon, certain places like that. There's a lot of red. Aren't those redwoods evergreen?
Redwoods evergreen.
Big old red trees in California?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not particularly sure. That is something that we'll definitely get more and more accustomed to as we travel. We'll notice the different.
We got to get rid of the semi-truck and travel.
True.
That's what needs to happen. Because we can't really, get all into the titty meat of the area without, we'll be able to stop here and there's all type of stuff down here. There's probably a trail and everything. We're going to stop. You can't do that in the semi-truck because you can't fit.
No.
That's another reason why we say we wanted to get the small trailer. Because you're not about to be coming back here with the 1920.
No.
I mean, you could do it, but it would be like murder on your little truck.
Yeah, so it'd be murder on the brakes. It's like a murder on the brakes.
Yeah, it'd be murder on the brakes, it'd be murder on the gas. It'd probably be murder on the trailer with the trailer flexing and all that. So it's like, I think 15, 16 would be max, and that would be really pushing the travel trailer side.
True.
For how much we want to move.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to sit still, then get along. It's about being inside of the trailer. But we're trying to go be on adventures. We should be able to get a 14 and be Gucci.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a toss-up between the Liggity Lance and the Micro. That's a rough one, ain't it?
It's so hard. And I don't know if it's hard just because of us looking at the specifications, or it's more so just what we think we want to do initially.
Right.
I don't think we literally hammered down on what we want to do initially. We have an idea, but as far as what exactly we want to start doing once we leave the truck is one of those things where we have so many things that's happening right now, and if one, takes a pleasant turn upward, it's like everything can change.
Ferraris! Let me show y'all inside the Ferrari dealership.
Yeah, so that's why we're a little apprehensive, but nonetheless, I know one thing: we get in the truck.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be my last year in driving. I'll probably retire from OTR, not CDL.
Yeah,
I'll always be using my CDL. I'll never come on here and say I don't want to be a CDL driver and I don't do this. I'm never gonna do that. No, and make that acclamation.
Yeah, it's just good to have a CDL regardless.
But the OTR portion where I'm just in the truck, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to travel and see the stuff I'm going to travel through. I don't want to be just passing stuff up.
Yeah.
And I want to have the lackadaisical thought process where it's like we're running into stuff daily. We don't know what we're going to run into, and we can stop and look.
I think understanding there's so many facets to the industry, and you don't have to be stuck in the top 3 most popular, which is OTR, regional, and local.
And the vehicle.
And the vehicle itself, and understanding that your CDL can take you into different vehicles that do specialized freights and specialized things, and just understanding that having a CDL honestly is an awesome privilege to have. It's an awesome thing to have under your repertoire, under your belt, and it's something that you can always go back to. I think that's the most important thing I've learned, is that I can always come back to it and not feel shame to come back.
Yeah, and that's if you're just being real when you get out the game. Don't be lying.
Yeah.
Just be like, I don't want to do this right now, so I'm going to go do something else I want to do. When I'm done doing that, I'll be back.
Yeah. I see an old head, he was 75. I think he went and got his medical certificate, acclimated to the point where, they know, okay, you can only do so much, but he was right there renewing his CDL, listen, they called me. I'm ready, John. I'm out of here, so. Yeah, that's the one thing. I think I've learned that having a CDL is a privilege, and it's not something that is it's something that it's an amazing thing to have, because you always want to have work. And I think that is a relief in itself, especially in the economy that we're in today.
True.
It's
not many labor situations like that.
Yeah.
And even when they're coming up with the automated truck, it's only so much that automated truck is going to be able to do.
True.
It'll probably shine in the long distance form, but it's not shining in the stopping and having to do stuff for them. So it's one of those things where in our lifetime, you're Gucci.
Yeah.
Now, your grandkids, I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
They could be just portaling food to where it's going. Like Rick and Morty, you just throwing it in a portal and it shows up on the shelf. You don't know what they're going to be doing.
Awesome show, like Rick and Morty.
It is. It takes time to grow on you, but when it does, it's like, wow.
Because at first I'm like, what in the heck? But then I'm like, okay, I get it now. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah. But that's why it's like I want to do something else. I want to go travel and explore. I do want to do a slight bit of glamping. Because I'm going to be real with you, I'm not putting no tent down.
Yeah, no.
It's just not me. That's something you got to do when you're a kid. I'm not interested.
Yeah, no. If I glamp, it's in the trailer.
Yeah, it's in the trailer, and it's like there's hookups.
Yeah.
And that's about as glampy in the end I'm getting.
Well, I just don't want to. I think I just don't want to be that exposed.
Yeah.
I feel like between a huge gust of wind or a bear, I just don't want to be
a murderous human.
Yeah, I just don't want to be. I want to be behind something that is substantial. Another thing I want to be.
Deer. They back there. They back there
too. Did you see? It was 2 of them.
Yeah, you still see them today.
Yeah.
We could have stopped and pulled out the 300 and got it if we was in the small joint. You can't do that in the truck.
It's a brook. It's a bubbling brook down there.
What is a brook?
A brook is like a mini river, like a little spring.
A creek?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Why is there so many names for bodies of water?
Because the American people wants to feel sophisticated.
Ignorant, dog.
Want to have as many synonymous words
I prefer to have my cabin adjacent to a brook.
To a bubbling brook.
To a brook, like we got a drain out there. You know? A water release valve. A brook.
Yeah, it's like a complete stream.
What's down here? Ooh, he winning back there. He winning. He got the full cabin action.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, he wakes up and there's deep. Oh, he has a pond back there, too. Like, he wakes up and, a little baby deer out there.
Why is that Ford Focus randomly in the field?
That's probably the one where they let the kids practice driving.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead. He's like, I'm stuck. Yeah, you are. Yeah, when they live, oh my God.
Yeah, they right by the water.
Yeah, that is amazing.
That's dope.
It's probably so peaceful at night to hear that water run like that.
That's crazy.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a whole stream, like basically like a little just.
I mean, back here's a whole Viggity vibe anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Arkansas ain't the state I'm thinking about.
Yeah, no, I mean,
y'all got too many federal flags flying around.
Yeah, we got like 6 of them, Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, wow.
I get the hint.
All right.
I'm gonna drop the load and leave. Know it.
No problem.
You can keep this joint. Y'all ain't got no ocean nearby anyway, so I don't mess with
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
like
an
that.
ocean girl.
True.
I love the ocean. Oh, I love the sand, the ocean. There's something about it. I think it's because a lot of people that live by the ocean, they swear by how the sea breeze is always like exfoliating your skin, and you get the sun rays.
Another federal flag.
That's 7, y'all.
Look, he just built that junk.
Yeah, that is
That
nice.
junk hard.
And his entire roof, I think, is able to accommodate some of that.
Yeah, he's
because he has it
winning.
on the slant. Yeah, that is nice.
He winning.
Yeah, that was a nice model.
Big time. Yeah, he got one of them kits.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing someone need to comment at the bottom. If I was to order, because I've been looking into A-frames, cabins, stuff like that, and they give you the plans. So is there like just contractors all over the country that's just gonna do those plans for you?
I mean, from the research that I've done thus far, it's something where, yeah, you would collaborate with the local contractor because you want to save money. Those things, you have an option to have it built already pre-done and then it's sent to the house, meaning, someone would, like, a trucker would bring it to the house and set it down those foundation, or you can give the plans to your local builder or contractor and they will, have the materials there and build it. So I guess it would probably be, just comparing the cost, what would be more cost effective. Because I know there's some places that I've seen the cabin pre-done,
Right.
going up into the mountains, and then I have some seen where the materials were brought up and they, fix it right then and there. So I guess it's just your price point.
You gotta hook up.
It's like a scampy thing.
There's different hookups.
This is a campground.
Yeah, it was a campground with hookups. Yeah, it's too dark back here for you to do that, though.
This is a cemetery.
And they can keep it.
I tell you one thing, it has been amazing since we've started into the journey of looking into travel trailers and stuff and RV campgrounds, how many they are.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was just like,
They're everywhere.
they are everywhere.
It shows you how late we are. Then you think, oh, people are getting into it. No, they've been doing this since the 40s, bro.
Yeah, they have been really getting into this.
Even if you're into Airstreams was popping in the 50s.
Yeah,
It's like you're late.
yeah. And it's a well-kept secret. Guys.
Yeah, it's a well-kept secret. It's like you don't really see a bunch of commercials. When I was a kid, I don't remember them advertising travel trailers on TV. Do you remember that?
No, I remember. I don't think I've seen it as often as I see it now. Of course, like I think I've seen maybe 1 or 2 times. I've never really seen too many people that had travel trailers because I think it was a specificality to it, like people that lived in the woods or lived in areas that were
Into it.
Yeah, they would get a travel trailer because you didn't want to pay for, to travel by plane or train or so you would pack it up. It would be like a family road trip.
Yeah, and they're into camping, building fires, fishing.
And where I come from, that's
not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not. I don't even remember seeing a campground where I'm from.
Yeah, so that's
unless you were leaving like 30 miles out of the city, which we didn't do.
No.
Yeah, and if you did, you stayed in the car till you got to the next city.
Yeah, we were literally in a fishbowl. Like wherever you were, that's what it was. Entertainment there was your entertainment, and to go out of it, you would just get in the car and drive there. You would not even think or quantify, I'm going to make this an enjoyable road trip. Like a road trip was packing a cooler.
And the fun was when you got to where you were going.
Yeah. Because usually you'll sleep. Like, we'll be knocked out sleep in the bed.
But if you think about it, I've even seen things where these people, their families have been doing it for so long, is that, well, we're going to go see grandpa. They go on the travel trailer, they pull it along the house, and they house got hookups.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess every house does if you know what you're doing. They'll just run a line in to plug into the house's power. And then they'll run, use the water line, or they have the right converters so they just pull up alongside the family house, and they got power and everything, like they're at a campground, and that's how they go visit their people. They don't go to no hotel. They just pull the RV alongside. The RV that I knew of back in the day was the Class C van front joint.
Yeah.
That's the only one I really knew of.
I mean, the only one I remember was on with the Griswolds.
I don't know what that
Christmas vacation with Chevy Chase, when his people, his wife, I think it was like her brother, came up in a trailer and parked on his residential block. And that's when I was like, that's when I figured, oh, this is different. This is not something that wasn't the norm. So that's when I was like, okay, when I do see a travel trailer, I assume that.
Man.
I assume that it's not.
That's a church.
That's not church.
Yeah, Church of Christ.
Oh, I didn't see that. I assumed that it was just a different lifestyle, and I kind of just shunned from it because I didn't get it at first.
Yeah, of course you're not gonna get it. If you're inside, I mean, when you live in a urban area, you know, water is not a thought of you because there's a faucet in every room.
Yeah.
You know that you don't think of stuff like that. But who's more prepared when the zombie apocalypse comes? These people, because they live outside of a basic society, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, once they can camp, they can hunt their own food, they can do all that type of stuff. The city people are gone, bro. They're dead.
Yeah.
You can't take someone from Manhattan who's never really left and just drop them out here and think they're gonna make it.
It's just so weird to be out and to understand you have an attraction to something. Well, that's just normal. I mean, I have never seen these things up close like this. So
right.
My growing attraction has become my decision to invest into time and effort to really figure out like what it is, and that's why just knowing that the travel life is for me was the biggest proclamation to myself. I was like, I really love to travel and see new things and explore nature and its glory more than anything ever.
Right.
And I think it's because of like I said, it's not that I'm leaving or because I don't like the place I come from. It's more so just I've commenced to a higher wave pattern. Like I'm just more in tune with nature. I feel more at peace, and I'm cognizant of that. Like I'm like, oh wow, like when I'm in nature, I really feel awesome. Like I don't have any, none of my thoughts are disturbed. My breathing is better. I sleep well.
Oh yeah.
Obviously well. We're like
out of that beach situation. Woke up naked. It was really good. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Woke up, had breakfast in bed and everything.
That's amazing.
I had syrup between my titty. I was like, what is going on?
It was amazing. I mean, like where we were at, like the day we.
Notice she never tells y'all where we're at.
I cannot tell you.
How'd you tell them where they was at?
I don't want to see it.
That's a secret.
Yeah, it was like, let me paint the picture for you guys. So I wake up, right? We get there, check in, or fine. We go through our day, had dinner, great. It was when I woke up, we're in these like 2,000 count Egyptian cotton sheets, like 8 pillows on the bed. So it's like a plush bed. We look over to the right, there's literally a floating bathtub. Look over to the left, and there's a credenza, because we was on the top floor. So it has like a patio, and I left the patio door open, but the screen was still shut. Right. So we feel the breeze coming in, and I look up, and there's a freaking seagull just like sitting there.
He was huge up close too.
I mean, this majestic seagull, like he was big, and he was just sitting there, like he wasn't looking at us. He was just like there.
Taking a break.
And you look beyond him, and you just see the sunrise coming. It was like a pinkish purplish hue. It was very hazy. And I looked over, babe is snoring, and I was like, this is my life. Like,
I probably definitely ruined the moment.
No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was so peaceful, and I was just like, I have to live like that. I have to look and see the ocean
every day.
Like just every single day.
Or some variable of water.
Yeah, some body of water.
Because I could do a decent lake.
Yeah.
I could do a decent lake.
Well, because like we'll go to like Colorado and see like the lake, or see a big body or like a river, and you'll see the big fir trees.
Lake Tahoe.
And
we still haven't been to Lake Tahoe.
We still haven't.
I think it's just because in trucking, you're not going to get there.
You're just not, because that only place that you can stop, technically, besides the rest area, there's like this embankment, and it has like this boathouse hotel situation where everyone has like boats. I think we have to rent a boat, drive up to that thing, park it, and go to the hotel.
Oh, we got to get rid of the truck and just drive to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah. Because, you just can't with the semi-truck. You have to take that mountain.
Yeah, some places you're not going to get. The only way I got to San Francisco is that I was going to Sacramento, and I stopped there. I rented a car, and then I drove 60 miles to it. That was the only way I could do it. It was no way to get the truck there. So I had to do some extra spy stuff to get to it, but certain places you're just not gonna like just now. I've never been to Maine as a trucker. I don't know why. And most trucking companies, they don't like sending trucks to Maine.
But they do send trucks to Maine.
They
right?
do. They just don't like it. So out of the 10 companies I've worked for, maybe one would send a truck to Maine, and they didn't do it often. Something to do with the taxes and all that stuff. But I've never been to like Portland, Maine, or something like that.
Oh my God.
I've never been to Portland, Maine with a truck. I've never been to Lake Tahoe. I've never been into San Francisco with a truck. It just never happens until you just force it. That's why I want to do the travel trailer thing, and I want to get one that is small enough to where I could drive that thing downtown.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And just drive through downtown, and then no one can stop me because it's not that big.
Yeah, it's funny how it was toggling between the travel trailer that's very small or an actual truck camper.
Right.
Which makes sense.
And the truck camper definitely fits more, but it affects our maneuverability. Yeah, it'll affect your movability a little bit.
Like you would technically just, it's going to feel like pulling up the staunches, putting them down, unhooking.
You just have one electric jack on the end.
Yeah, whereas with the travel trailer, because there's less manipulation with it, we just unhook from it, put the fifth wheel thing down or whatever, and then we're on. So it's like I said, it's funny as the more we indulge in it and we're understanding things a little bit better, we're able to come to a conclusion. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the journey of understanding it is just a wonderment in itself. It's like, whoa, I didn't even know.
Basketball court for his kid.
Wow, like you're going to the NBA.
Yeah.
All right.
Getting up out of air. Well, that's another cabin situation. They got their wood set out so they can burn wood.
That's the aesthetic here, guys. It's cabin. Near the, if you're into.
They're gonna ask where we are. I don't know. Yeah. So let's get. I'm on 215 in the back road. I don't know.
We're in Arkansas.
And we know we're in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I approached Arkansas from Texas. So put that together.
Yeah, we don't.
And we only drove 100 miles into it. So we came up from Texas, and we drove 100 miles into Arkansas to drop.
Yeah, we don't know where we're at.
So we're about 150 miles coming from Texas and Oklahoma into Arkansas. Well, I don't know the name of it or anything like that. Oh, let me read this thing. Oh, this says Crosses. It doesn't say a name here.
And don't get me wrong, some of these cabins are huge.
Oh yeah.
These cabins are beautiful. Not all of them are
little
modular.
cabins as you're thinking.
A lot of them are pretty big. So, okay, where are we going? We're going
This
towards
says
Fayetteville.
we're going towards Durham. 7 miles will be in Durham.
And Fayetteville.
And Fayetteville's after that.
So,
Off to 215.
yeah.
No, this is off the AR-16 right now.
So yeah, if you guys
Somebody gonna know what we're talking about.
If you guys are into cabin and the woods, and this is a perfect place because it's, like I said, it's vast, it's big, there's plenty of woodland, plenty of it. And they have a lot of little, streams and creeks that run throughout, so that way you could probably find a plot of land to place, a module or a cabin on and get that.
Right.
That view.
He up there at the top winning.
Wow.
them, bro. If everything was going bad, they think, who should we rob? That guy.
That guy right there.
He's the one that's winning.
He probably has like a concentration camp though. He probably has like plenty of.
Or he probably just in there strapped.
Right. He probably has all. Because I can see the gate from here. He has a gate around his community. I mean, around his compound.
That's the backwood. You don't want up at one of these people around here. I bet you they don't even lock their doors.
Yeah. Because I mean, if a robber came, I mean, if he's how you gonna pull that off? It's so quiet and the activity is so limited. You gonna see him leave like I mean, backs up out your driveway, gets stuck in that Arkansas mud.
Yeah,
and
and the old people shoot.
Oh yeah.
So they gonna catch you. You know they favorite chair looking right at the door.
Oh yeah. Remember that lady?
Yeah. I shot him. I shoot him again.
You trying to come over here and get my good?
Yeah, he ain't lying. Trying to make me his hot little whore. Wasn't going for it. She had a nice revolver too, like a nickel-plated joint. I'm like, man, who buying her guns like that? Yeah. And she was straight with it too.
Yeah.
Did she kill him?
I don't think so. I think she like literally shot him in his behind. Like he came. I think he was just flabbergasted the fact that she was sitting right there.
Yeah.
Like he came in. Everybody know your grandma sit right in front of the door.
Yeah.
She's the coldest G ever. Like she will
and
sit
sleeps
right
there.
Yeah, like fall asleep, have a nap there and everything. Cause she just know ain't nobody coming up in this house.
Yeah, but that lady had an inkling because she had a burner on her.
Yeah, she did. She took it pop. And what's funny was they let her curse on the news.
Yeah, they didn't even leave it out. Like everybody knows she's old.
Yeah, so she don't mean no harm. No, she is about it.
She definitely means harm.
Yeah.
You run up in that house trying to get them sweet things, you gonna get something hot in you real quick.
My husband died 22 years ago.
I ain't
I
lying.
haven't been touched and don't want to be touched.
No. You little Puerto Rican. That's what she wanted to say. He was a Puerto Rican.
He is my little salsa mama.
Yeah, I ain't lying.
I won't stand for it.
I ain't lying. Put some salsa in his tamale. I'll tell you what. I don't know what she had. It was a nice little gun she had though.
She did.
Whatever it was like someone had sized it for her. She was straight with it.
I think her grandson actually spoke before they showed her clip.
Yeah.
Like, this happened, I got her a gun and stuff, and thank God that I got her a gun. And then they just like put it to her, and she was like, yeah, I shot him, and I shoot him again. I was just like, whoa.
If you're a judge, what can you do with that? Like, what are we to do with that?
Yeah.
You went to her, and I mean, that was Texas too. So if you go into somebody's house, you definitely can shoot them.
I mean, it was just a very black and white, very simple case.
Yeah,
Like,
you have no business being in there.
No business whatsoever. She's watching her guy like, ain't bothering nobody.
Minding her own business.
And my thing is, they know when people come up everywhere. They know when their favorite mailman comes up. They know when their neighbor comes and check on. Like, they got their day is so actually planned out and on schedule that anyone that's outside of it, that's why they're like, who there? Who at my door? Because they're not expecting anyone else to be there. So yeah.
But it happens. People will come and get up in you.
Yeah.
The most beautiful little thing in this world. Listen, y'all, we about to get to the spot, pick up the load.
Yeah.
Get down the road.
Hopefully you guys like this
type of content.
Yeah, type of content. If you guys are interested in, what should I say? If you guys have knowledge of the travel trailer, live traveling, please leave a comment below. We would love to, read your comments and definitely.
We're thinking 14 to 16 feet.
Yep.
And we're thinking of getting one and traveling the country for 2 flat years, period.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Absolutely.
And going different places and just enjoying the love and enjoying the positivity.
Absolutely.
That's what we're interested in doing. So don't do drugs. Please don't do drugs.
Any type of drug.
Yeah.
Any type of drug.
Yeah, I know they may tell you can do weed, drive trucks, but they're idiots. Don't do it.
Camera.
Don't do it. You'll look like a retard. Chingle vámonos. right, people. This is Diggy Down Brown. Don't do drugs. Listen. I'm waiting on so-and-so to get ready. We in the sweet and the Ritz Carlton and all that stuff. See the rust wall and all that. Listen. She won't leave. I can't get her to leave. Let's go, right? See, look, this is how you hold them and get them in control. It's time to go.
3 words. 911.
I put that backhand on her. She gonna dial 919. Game on 100,000. I'm about to go outside, bro. I gotta go to the Viz Ape shop. She gonna wanna eat food. Spending my money. And then every single time. This is so weird. It's weird. Do you understand that it is a real problem?
I know.
It's just in the middle of a conversation.
But it's
just
not fair because when we do the vlogs for you and you be doing your stuff, that ain't fair.
Darling, did I bust out and twerk sometime? I don't remember.
It's a habit. I'm sorry.
You really need to get rid of it. Like,
I wish I could do the Megan knees. Like,
yeah, hit the Megan knees. You got the Megan knees? Woo, woo. Well, look, it's just shaking. It's shaking. Nah, nigga, you got it. Look at you. Pop, 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 pop. Crack, pop, pop, crack, pop. That shit popping like shit, dog. Don't do that.
No.
I ain't taking you to the hospital neither.
I'm old.
Let's go.